morning, students. In previous video we studied till the advantages of high level languages and a brief introduction of the translator. So let's see again what is translator. Translators are used to convert high level language program into machine language. They consist of compiler and interpreter. So what is compiler? Compiler converts high level language program into machine instructions in a single go. Or compiler is more complex software than assembler. Now what is assembler? Next thing is assembler is a software program used to translate assembly language program into machine language. Next we have interpreter. These also work as a compiler do, but interpreters translate each instructions one after another. That's all is there for translator. Next, we already studied the examples of high level languages, but have a look in a brief. The first example of high level language is BASIC. Now BASIC was developed by John Campney and Thomas Coates in early 60s. It is general purpose language, very popular among schools and early learners. BASIC stands for Beginner's All Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. Next we are having COBOL. COBOL was developed by Carter to requirement of the business world and perform tasks like developing and processing accounts, payroll and stock management. COBOL stands for Common Business Oriented Language. Next we have Pascal. Pascal is a structured programming language used for business and scientific purposes. It is named after French mathematician Blaise Pascal, who made the Pascal addition machine. Next we have Fortran. Fortran stands for Formula Translation, that is designed to simplify and speed up the complex scientific application. Next we have Logo. I think you are very familiar with Logo. In your previous classes also you studied Logo and you remember the turtle of the logo. I hope so. Okay, so Logo uses turtle graphics to teach logical analysis to children. Logo was developed by Samuel Papert. Next we have C language. C is a programming language used often to design system software. It was developed in 1972 by Dennis Ritchie at AT&T Bell Telephone Laboratories. Next we are having C++, that is the upgraded version of C language. C++ is an object-oriented language popularly used for developing system software. It was developed by Bjarne Stroustrup in 1983 at AT&T Bell Lab to enhance workability to C language. I already told that C++ is the upgraded version of C language. Next we have Java. Java is an advanced programming language that drives and is ruled by C and C++. Java was introduced in 1995 by Sun Microsystem. That's all is there for high level language examples. Next we have categories of computers. The computers are categorized in 4 forms. First one is the supercomputer, second one is the mainframe computer, third one is the microcomputer and fourth one is the mini computer. The first one is supercomputer. Let's see what is supercomputer. Supercomputer, it is the most powerful computer in terms of performance and data processing are the supercomputer. These are specialized and task specific computer used by large organizations. Supercomputers are used for research and exploration purposes. They are quite expensive, not quite very expensive, and very large in size. They can be accommodated in large air conditioned room, and some supercomputer can span an entire building. So few examples of before example we are having uses of supercomputers. So the uses of supercomputers are as follows. You can see on the screen that first one is the space exploration, second one is earthquake studies, third one is the weather forecasting, fourth one is the nuclear weapon testing. Now we are having the popular supercomputers or the examples of supercomputers that you will see on the screen. The first one is the IBM Tsukuba in United States, IBM Smira in United States, Fujitsu K Computer in Japan, and IBM Super MUC in Germany. So these are the few popular supercomputers. Next we are having mainframe computer. Although mainframe are not powerful as supercomputer, but certainly they are quite expensive nonetheless. And many large firms and government organizations use mainframe to run their business operations. And the few mainframe computers are Fujitsu ICL VME and Hitachi Z800. Next we are having mini computers. Mini computers are used by small businesses and firms, and they are also called mid-range computer. These are small machines and can be accommodated on a desk with not a powerful processing and a data storage capabilities like supercomputer and mainframe. Examples of mini computers are K200, Texas Instruments TI900, SD92, IBM mid-range computer. Next we having microcomputer. Microcomputer, desktop computer, laptops, tablets, smartphones are all types of microcomputer. These computers are cheap among the other three types of computers. The microcomputer are specially designed for general uses like entertainment, education, work purpose, and etc. Well-known manufacturers of microcomputers are Dell, Apple, Samsung, Sony, and Toshiba. That's all is there for types of computer. Thank you and have a nice day.